Let's execute this command, and you can see and the total of each of the column is added in the form of a new row to our table. Similarly, if you add a function, you can, if you change the margin to 2, that is column wise, so one more column will be added here, giving the sum of the cylinders. So function that we are using here is mean. So the mean value will be added for each of the row. So you can see the mean has been added as a new column for each of the row. So because it is a decimal value, there are decimal values, so each of the other values have been converted into decimals. Then using add margins, again what we are doing is we are taking both of the margins now using combine function C and 1 2, which means both row and column, and function I am using is sum. So now a row and a column will be added in one command for the sum of each of the row and column. So you see, sum of the rows has been mentioned here, and sum of rows columns is mentioned here, and it is the 32 is the total of the whole table. Then you can also use two functions at a time. So for this, what will happen if you are giving margin, taking both margins 1 and 2, that is row and column, the function this as you specify, it will be used respectively. Like if you give sum and mean, so sum will be for the row part and mean is for the column part. So if you can analyze the data that we used here, and the mean has been calculated for the rows, that is for the cylinders, and sum has been calculated for each of the columns, that is for the gears. Then next is different functions in rows and columns. So what we will be doing is we will be taking both row and column, and the function we are giving as list here, because for row we are using different functions, then for the column we are using different functions. So if you want to specify different functions for both margins, you have to use list command for that. Using list, all these functions will be applied to row, and SD and sum will be applied to column. Let's execute this command, and you can see the output. Standard deviation and sum has been calculated for cylinder values here, and if you want to check for the column or the gear part, there were 4 functions that we used. So we have mentioned mean twice here, so we can remove it. So there are 3 functions now: sum, mean and length. So for gear, these are the functions used for gear, and 2 functions used for column rows. The last is prop.table. It converts a frequency table to the proportions. So how do we calculate it? So this was our table that we are using for analysis. Now we will be giving the command prop.table. So prop.table will convert these values, that is 182, 241, 1202, to proportions. Proportions means in probabilities. So you can see all the values has been converted to proportions of the whole table. So how it is calculated, that this is 0.03125. So the total of this table was 32. If you remember, it is 32. Then the value of 1 here. So, that means 1 car with 4 cylinders and 3 gears. So 1 will be divided by 32. Let's execute it. So the value you see here is 0. So this part is the first proportion of whole table. So the next value was 8. So 8 divided by 32. Let's see what is the result. So you can see it is 0.25, which is the second value of the table. Similarly, whole of the table is calculated, and this the fact of this output should be like when you total the whole table, it should come out to be 1, which means 100%, because 1 is being divided into different proportions based upon the values for each of the element or position. Next, what we are doing is we are summing up based upon the margins. So we are using prop.table here. Then there is the name of the table that we are using, then margin is 1. So it will sum up each of the rows. So now you see we have what you have done is we have taken margin 1 here to calculate sum of each row. So what does it show? You see the values has been changed. So what does it show? So the cylinder 4 and gear 3 values. So this was our table. The total of this row was 11. There are 11 cars with 4 cylinders. Now what we asked for what it was for each row what is the total, and the table has been proportionately divided based upon the total of the row. So the sum of the row is 11. So for first value here, which is 0.09, you can see here. So 1 divided by 11. This was the first position, first element of this row, wherein the value is 1 here and the total of this row is 11. So this proportion is 1 by 11 of the table. So it is 0.0909. Similarly, if you want to calculate the second element of this row, you will divide 8 by 11. So you see, so they are the proportions based upon the total of the row. If you want to check for this row, the total was 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you calculate 1, 2 divided by 7, so the value should be 0.285. So you see it is the proportion of first proportion of the total of this row. Similarly, if you want column wise, you will change the margin to 2. So the sum of this row, sum of this column was 12, 13, 14, 15. So you, 1 of 15. So the value of 1 by 15 will be 0.666, which is the first value of this column. Similarly, if you want to calculate the second element of this column, you will be dividing 2 by 15. So you can see the value matches. So whenever you are taking row wise sum, the sum up of this row should come out to be 1, or if you are taking column wise, the sum up of first columns should be, each column should be equal to 1. Now creating a matrix using prop dot table and adding percentage sign to it. Now you will see, you see there are different. So let's print the value of proportion dot table. So this was the original values when we created the table in the form of proportions. Now we will be adding a percentage sign to it after getting a round of values. So we are creating a matrix. So what we are doing is we are using the formula inside the bracket using the function paste. So what does paste do? Paste will use the values of this function, attach it with percentage sign and the separator that you will be giving. And because I'm converting it to a matrix, so I'm giving the number of columns here as 3. So within paste, first thing I'm giving the values. The values is given by the function prop.table, wherein the table is T1. Into 100 will convert it to a round of values, then adding percentage sign to it with a separator, and will be divided into 3 columns, 3 rows. Let's execute it. So you see there is the value was earlier, it was when the table was in proportionate form, it was 0.03125. Now it is 3.125 because we have multiplied it with 100 and added a percentage sign to it. What I am doing in this function is I am doing a quick check whether the proportion table is giving me correct output or not. For that I am using row sums and taking the function inside the function row sums, that is proportionate dot table, that is prop dot table. Within the bracket I am saying the row sum, convert the table to proportions using margin 1. So according to sum of rows, the values come out to be 1. As I told you, the sum of each column or each row should come out to be 1. We are confirming it same way using row sums or column sums. So the tables function and aggregate functions are very basic but are essential functions which help us to understand the data with with efficient statistical analysis and making the data more interactive.